Yes. Alright. Hey guys. How are we doing tonight? Pretty good, I hope. Uh, Before we get into the meat and bone of the story, I think I want to check out. I wonder if I can do it from here. Maybe not. Maybe not from there. Here. We'll load it up. And before we start reading, there's something that I wanted to do, that I've been wanting to do for a while now. And that is. Check out the status screen. It's one of the couple of options. It's a fun little thing that I've been meaning to do every now and again. Um, so, if you didn't know, what's up with all of... Can you see my mouse, I wonder? What's up with all that A, B, C stuffy that right there in the middle? And you could probably tell a little bit more clearly with the alignment thing. Fate's built on like a weird pseudo, not really D&D-esque system. It's very strange, but very interesting. And these alignments do actually factor into stuff, but nothing right now. But the strength, the endurance, agility, yada yada yada, and these little class abilities are all things that are something somewhat story dependent. Like class abilities, magic resistance A cancels any magic A rank or below, and practice no mages today are able to hurt saber. They're, of course, at different ranks for different servants, but specifically, magic resistance and writing are unique to the class, so every saber is going to have those things. Anyway. But since we're kind of counting down to since like most of a good number of servants are already gone, I thought we'd check them out on the status screen. So, why don't we look at Writer, whose master was Mato Shinji. This is what she looked like. Sex female, chaotic good, a very low endurance. This is very interesting. Magic resistance nullifying. All magic that requires less than 3 verses, because that's kind of the magic system we're working on. Difficult to hurt her even using great magic or ritual magic. And writing A+. Can write even demonic and holy creatures if they are beasts. That's what the plus means. This, however, does not include dragons. Let's see. Oh, it's just like a full body thing. Skills, which is the important thing. She had a divinity of -E divinity. Some divinity, but it was mostly degenerated. Divinity increases the hero's rank as the devil or demonic beast increases. And this is just like stuff that we would have learned over the course of this route. I'm pretty sure in other routes where you get to learn more about them, they kind of change. But this is kind of what she had going on. The Bellerophon, reigns of heroic cavalry. All abilities increase by a rank when in use. AC, armor class. 100 will also be in effect. Jesus Christ. It's a physical attack that also destroys the target by controlling a divine beast and using its powerful charge. Supposedly the maximum speed is 500 to 400 kilometers per hour. There's a noble phantasm of the highest level in both attack and defense, as defense also increases while in the use due to Pegasus' divine protection. Bellerophon is the name of the young woman in Greek mythology who supposedly managed to ride who supposedly managed to ride Pegasus. It's A+ rank, anti-army noble phantasm, with a maximum target of 300 people. And the other's sealing blood temple, Bloodfort Andromeda. A barrier of blood. It melts the people within it. The melted people become red blood, and they are absorbed by the user of the barrier. Its primary use is to absorb magical energy. Now, I'm pretty sure in a route that we're going to be doing much, much later, we do actually get to learn who this is, but this is a fun little, hey, when you take all these little things, like the fact that she has Bellerophon and this thing called Bloodfort Andromeda, and all these other various skills, maybe you can kind of piece together who she is, which is very fun. Hey, why don't we take a look at Archer? He just died. Tosaku Rin, he's a dude, true neutral. Never figured out what his noble phantasm was. It's got 2 question marks. But he's got he's got magic resistance, and he's got an independent action, which was actually mentioned before he went to go off his self-sacrificey thing. It allows independent movement even after the magical's energy supply is cut off. With rank B, it is possible for a servant to stay in this world for 2 days after losing its master. So basically, like if Shiro had a servant with an independent action, a skill in independent action, they probably would have been a little bit more fine, at least compared to like Saber, just because like they have their own kind of portable battery they have carrying around. Let's see the details, the skills, the Noble Phantasm. Again, did not learn much about him. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we see what we have on Berserker? No. We do know his true name, Terracles. But like, look at those stats. God damn. Madness B. All parameters are increased, but sanity is lost. You can kind of tell it in his eyes. It's very fun. So kind of going off of a scale of just like what we're working on when we're talking about like strength rank A, B, C, D, E, you know, all that stuff. His rank like E. I don't know. Who's a good example? Nobody really has a really good example of E in strength. But I think in like an interview or something, they mentioned once that like the weakest servant at like a rank E is equal to like an Olympic athlete in like weightlifting. And I'm pretty sure that accounts for like agility too. So when we go over to Berserker and it's A+, this is literally... Shiro had no chance. There was just there's no way he could have done anything about this. Details. Oh, wow. We could wait until later. Yeah, you know what? We're about to do this. So I think that's enough stalling. Maybe we'll get to weapon later, but not right now. We should go into it now. And the battle between the two ends. They killed the annihilation of the Red Knight. Oh, shit. The gorgeous hall is completely transformed. The floor is cracked in numerous places. Many walls have been knocked down. The stairs have collapsed, and the smashed marble has scattered in the wind. Archer really fucking gave it to him. The space has been completely destroyed, leaving no trace of its former beauty. You could say it has also destroyed time, because the remains of the destruction hide what the place looked like just 2 hours ago. Turn that up just a touch. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay. In the middle of the destruction stands a suitable sculpture. It stands over 2 meters tall, looking like a figure of a man carved out of a large stone. It does not even need to be said. It is Elias Vale's servant, Berserker. The giant does not move. His body is dyed in red and filled with holes. There is no place on the giant's body that is not wounded. First, both his legs are almost melted. Second, there is the mark of a cut on his neck. Third, his arm is barely hanging from his elbow. Fourth, he is slashed from the shoulder to his groin. Fifth, a large amount of blood is gushing from his chest. Sixth, his internal organs can be seen at his stomach. Berserker does not move. It is only natural. It is a corpse, no matter how one looks at it. The battle itself has ended much earlier. But Berserker's master has forgotten to act. This result is too surprising and unexpected. She has to pursue her prey, but she's only looking at the scene in astonishment. I can't believe it. Who was he? She murmurs angrily. The battle that took place here was nothing but humiliation for her. Her servant is the most powerful. There should be only 1 or 2 servants able to match Heracles, the most famous of all heroic spirits. But Archer, a heroic spirit of unknown identity, has defeated him. That Red Knight has matched Berserker equally and has succeeded in killing him, something no one has been able to do before. Such actions cannot be forgiven. For her, this is like being stabbed in the heart by a bug on the roadside. The pride of a girl who considers herself the strongest cannot allow her to be cornered by someone who should be stepped on, begging for sympathy.
Jeez, that pisses me off. Getting defeated 6 times. You weren't going easy on him, were you?
The sculpture does not answer. It may be unable to afford an answer, or perhaps it sees no need for one. Berserker just stands there, devotes himself to healing his wounds. This battle was too strange for him as well. His noble phantasm nullifies any attack. No attack can affect his body unless it is of the highest grade, so he rarely takes wounds. In the Age of Gods, no one can scratch him after he had accomplished his great deeds. But still, 6 times. Archer delivered a fatal blow 6 times. It doesn't even need to be said that every one of the attacks was by a different method. Even the greatest attacks cannot be effective on Berserker twice. If one seeks strangeness, that is the strange part. If Archer is a hero with such varied abilities, his true identity should have been clear. But his true identity still remains unknown, even after his body was pulverized. What was really surprising was the way of being contradictory to that of a servant. A dim light grows in Berserker's eyes. If he had been summoned as a normal servant, he would have grieved that this battle deserved better. No matter who he really was, Archer was a rare, great enemy. If he had not been mad, he could have matched sword techniques with Archer to his heart's content and passed a satisfying time.
I won't forgive them. I won't forgive them. How could they insult me so?
His master's voice echoes. With that, a small light of rationality vanishes. He is only a berserker now. His role is to defeat his opponents and to crush them as his master pleases.
Have you healed, Berserker?
He does not even need to answer. Wounds that are not fatal will be fully healed within a few minutes. But restoring everything would take 3 days.
I can't wait that long. It's fine. We're going to kill them right now.
The giant silently objects. It is his instinct. Berserker has an intuition like sabers when it comes to fighting. The enemies can certainly be mowed away easily, but it will be a different story if Servant Saber has recovered enough to use her noble phantasm. Berserker will not yield to a mere holy sword, but there is a small chance. His instinct tells him that if he is to fight that servant, he should engage her in perfect condition.
What? 5 should be enough, right? There's no match for you even without the God Hand. Or what? Are you gonna let them go after they made fun of me so much? Right? I won't let anyone escape my forest. Yeah, I'll give you Rin and Saber. Kill them or toy with them. You can do whatever you want with them.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That weird line. The girl jumps down the stairs. Through the rubble, she walks to the exit without a care for the bloody berserker. In that moment, the girl stops once, as if remembering something.
Then, let's start the hunt, Berserker. But you can't kill Saber's master quickly, okay? I'm going to kill Shiro in the worst way possible.
Smiling, the girl leaves the castle. The sun should come up soon. The forest is like her yard. No matter where her prey are hiding, it should be no problem for her to find them. As her targets, they only have a few minutes of life remaining. Interlude out. I said it already, but Archer really fucking gave it to Berserker. So, I don't know why, but I was forced to leave the ruin. Tosaka pushed me out, saying that girls have adjustments afterwards, changing and all that. Damn, what is she saying? Guys have a lot of stuff too. I grumble, leaning against the wall. Sounds like an excuse because it is. Remembering, I frantically shake off my worldly desires. I have to forget about it for now. I won't survive if I'm submerged in memories of Saber, and more than anything, it's impolite to Saber. After all, I made contact with Saber to save her, so I shouldn't have any other emotion for her. Big liar. I can't deceive myself about it with excuses like that. I can't forget the spectacle I saw inside Saber, but I have to forget about it for now. Jeez, this is no time to worry about such things. What we should be worrying about right now is how to take on Berserker. That's right. I have to do whatever I can do. He told me that at the very end. I I remember Archer's back. I could never like him, but all his words have stuck in my head. I stare at a tree branch. There are only a few things I can do. Even if it isn't much right now, I can only do them to the best of my abilities. I pluck a handy branch, and I also find a few more branches that are straight.
Shiro, we're done, so come on in.
I hear Tosaka's voice. I return to the ruin carrying the branches I found. Well, the only other problem is whether I'm able to act normally after seeing into Saber's heart for even a moment.
This way, Shiro. Rin has something to tell you.
I guess such worries were only on my part. Saber's acting resolutely as always. She must have completely accepted the incident, unlike me. Yeah, let's go. Damn, I won't lose. It's stupid to be the only one blushing, so I try my best to act calm.
You're finally here. Then I'll start the strategy meeting, but we don't have the time to argue. There's only a few ways to defeat Berserker, so you can listen. Fuck. So can you listen to my side first?
Saber and I nod.
The plan is pretty simple. We won't be a match with ordinary tactics. We need to execute a surprise attack to win, and if we do that, the absolute requirement is that we kill him in one blow and don't let him counterattack.
I feel the same way. Even if I do exchange blows with Berserker, I will not be able to deliver a fatal wound.
If we are to defeat him, we should do so outside of battle. Ooh, my accent's slipping.
Outside of battle? You mean we'll attack Berserker before he notices us? Well, I mean, I guess you're right. That's reckless to fight him straight on, but this plan is even more reckless. He's not the type that'll allow us to take him by surprise.
Yeah, we won't make any optimistic plans that assume we can get near Berserker without being noticed. They have Ilias fail. She'll sense Shiro and Saber's presence easily. I'm fine since I can hide my presence.
Thanks, Ren. I don't know how it works, but Ilia can feel Saber's and mine presence, huh? If Tosaka's the only one who can hide, then... Don't tell me you're going to be the one doing the surprise attack.
Of course. You're the one she's after the most, and I'm the best suited for this role. Leave it to me to slash Berserker from behind.
I mean, you say so, but Berserker can't be that off guard.
Of course not. That's how I'm going to have Saber create an opening. Saber, how much have you recovered?
Normal battle should not be a problem, but I should avoid using my Noble Phantasm. With the amount of magical energy I have now, I will no longer be able to maintain my body the instant I use my Noble Phantasm. Even if I do it, it will not be at full force, so I don't think I would be able to defeat Berserker.
Yeah, that's more than enough. I'll have you fight Berserker. Shiro as well, of course. And I'll watch while hiding. I'm only an extra for Iliasville, so she'll assume I've run away if I'm not there. Okay, well, I think that's possible, but...
If the probability is low, raise it.
If the probability is low, raise it. You seem to be on good terms with Iliasville, so you may be able to trick her.
Tosaka looks at me meaningfully. I have some objections, but I'll take that. Ilia would believe me if I told you ran away. I don't think she would doubt anyone.
But there's still a problem. I'm fine fighting Berserker, but I cannot have Shiro do the same. Shiro cannot stand Berserker's attacks. I'm not telling Shiro to go hand-to-hand against Berserker. Shiro will support you from the back. It's going to be difficult for Saber to fight Berserker alone, so help her when she's in trouble. Ridiculous. Shiro does not excel in magic like you do, Rin. How would he be able to support me? Shiro will think of a way. But, well, there won't really be any room for a master to interfere against Berserker. Even I wouldn't do much help if I did something. But we don't have enough to spare to let anyone stay idle. I know Saber's done for if Shiro dies, but I'll still have him do this. After all, this battle is a gamble from the very beginning.
That is true. Saber grows silent with a troubled face. As Tosaka is silent too, she must know that she's saying something unreasonable. The two's concern is only natural. That night I met Saber. When we were attacked by Berserker, I could only use my body to defend her. There's a high probability that would happen again, so I should stay away from the battlefield. but I would have no intention of doing that, even if she didn't tell me to be there. I know. I'll do something to back her up. Eh? Whoa, were my words that surprising? I just have to support her from a distance, right? Then I'll think I'll be able to do something. Saying that, I hold up the branch I just collected. The length is perfect. The flexibility is pretty good as well. This is the first time I've done this kind of strengthening. But I don't think there's any flaw in the principle. The point is, I just need to keep reinforcing it until it becomes a real one. And for this, I also have a reference, since he had one too. And on top of that, magical energy has been flowing in my body for a while now. I just have to repeat the usual process now. I analyze the basic structure and modify it. I analyze the composition materials and reinforce them. But that's not enough if the original is a branch and the finished product is his bow. I have to imagine it from the concept of creation. If I'm to get it close enough to the real one, I have to formulate every hypothesis, at least in my head. I open my eyes. The branch is shaped right, but, man, it's not even close. It's ugly and crooked. But I know it'll work as a bow. I just have to make the arrows in the same way. Shiro, that was... Yeah, I think I got the hang of it after the thing with Shinji. You said, too, that I shouldn't strain myself too much. I see. Well, it's good we have a way to attack, so it's enough for now. Going back to the original topic, I'll have you two fight Berserker. I'll get on top of a tree beforehand and watch from above. When Saber creates an opening in Berserker's defense, I'll skewer Berserker from above using all of my reserve jewels. It's a simple plan. Anybody know any simple plan? Tosaka's expressions ask for questions. Jewels. Is that your magic? But a normal magic will not harm Berserker. We need a full purity attack to injure him. I know. So in other words, you need an attack with an A rating at right. Saying that, Tosaka takes a jewel out of her pocket. What is that jewel? This is like my savings that I'm building up since I was small. One of these can instantly generate an A rank great magic. I had 10, but I used one on this guy. Oh, no. She used one on her. The wind one. I see. If it is the magic from that time, Berserker will certainly not be able to block it. It does not have magic resistance like I do. Even if it is magic, an A rank will penetrate him without any problems. That's right. I thought about using it in small amounts, but I can't be saying things like that now. I'll give Berserker 2 or 3 of these. Tosaka sticks out her chest in confidence. But... hey! Aren't you being kinda cheap? I feel the same way. I should not be saying this, but I believe you should be generous enough to at least use half of these. What? It's my business, right? Do you guys know how hard it was to save this much? Saber and I protest silently. Tosaka's life depends on this as well, so it won't be funny if she gets stingy and we end up failing because of that. Fine, I'll use half of them, okay? Come on, I just wanted to say that. I get what you guys are saying too. Anyway, that's the plan. Now we have to find somewhere where I can hide and where it'll be easy for sure to support Saber. Let's find a good spot before Ilusville gets here. Yeah, we can't stay in this ruin now. As Tosaka says, all that's left is to find a spot to wait for Berserker. But before that... I'm worried about Saber. I wonder if Saber's really alright. She says she'll have no problems fighting, but isn't it hard on her fighting Berserker when she was so weak before? No, I think I'm more worried about her noble phantasm. I'll not be able to maintain my body if I use it. Saber said that. That means that Saber will disappear the instant she uses that sword. Saber? Yes? What is it, Shiro? Can you promise me something before we fight? Yes, I do not mind if it is something I can do. Okay, don't use your noble phantasm, no matter what situation we end up in.
It's a serious matter if we use that on the ground, and I don't want you to disappear, even if we can't defeat Berserker with it. Yes, I understand. I do not intend to use the Noble Phantasm either. I do not think it'll be able to defeat Berserker with the amount of magical energy that I have, and more importantly, I will not be able to obtain the Holy Grail if I disappear. Saber declares so. That makes me happy. Alright, you're the same as always. I believe that you're so sickeningly calm. What's that supposed to mean, Shiro? Doesn't mean anything. Let's just go outside. Chosaka will complain at us again if we're late. You're right. It seems to be Rin's hobby to complain at you. Yeah, a little bit. Saying such an ominous thing, Saber heads to the exit. Then, Saber's body falls forward as if she tripped on something. But shit. I quickly grab her hand. Come on, watch your feet. Things are scattered all around, so you have to watch out. Hey, Saber's blushing awkwardly. Saber, what, is something wrong? No, it's not that, but if you're holding my hand, Saber blushes even more. Her figure looks like me from earlier. Oh! I blush too. Her hand in mine. I vividly recall Saber's sensations and pull away quickly. Unable to say anything, we just stand there. Let's go. We have to go, or we won't have much time. That's right. Let us hurry, Shiro. We start to go with that forced conversation. Once we go outside, we won't return here. I look back at the ruin for the last time and head to the battlefield, suppressing my beating heart. It's do or die time, guys. We reach an open clearing in the forest. The sun is rising, and the forest is darkened by the morning mist. Compared to the inside of the dense forest, this place has an open view. Hey, Tosaka, this place is okay, right? Yeah, it meets several conditions, but I don't know about the view being so open. There aren't any escape routes for you or Saber. She's such a perfectionist, considering even the escape routes. Let's look for another place. We should have time. Tosaka re-enters the forest. No shit, she's already dressed. But Saber stares into the distance and does not move. Saber? What are you doing? If you don't hurry, Illisfield will... I feel a chill. I can't forget it, since I felt it once already. I can't even see him or feel his presence. But this pressure on my body must be because of him. Found you. The girl's voice echoes through the forest, beyond the mist. From inside the forest, far away, something black comes straight for us. Hold on, I'll be there to kill you soon. Is it because we're in a clearing under the open sky? I feel like Illy is talking to us while looking down from the sky. Crap, she found Shiro already? This is bad. This place is too open. Well, how fast are they going? We won't be able to take them. It won't even take them 2 minutes to get here. Hey, why are you two so relaxed? I'm telling you, this place is bad. You have to go somewhere else. Josaka takes my hand. Well, we won't make it. No, this place is fine, Josaka. We're lucky just to be able to fight with the 3 of us together, so we can't wish for more. Idiot, I'm telling you it's no good. There's too much space here. Saber can't stop Berserker by herself, and you'll be in his range no matter how far away you are. I know you're worried about me, but everyone's in danger now. And besides, there's no escape now, right? That's true, but... It's fine. It's fine with you too, right, Saber? We'll take Berserker on here. Saber nods quietly. Jeez, fine. I'll be pissed if you die too easily. She must have agreed, as she disappears into the fog. Once she goes into action, she's really fast. She gets away from the clearing and goes up a tree in the forest. They're coming. Saber, are you ready? You too. Please do not come any closer than you are now, once the fight starts. I will not let Berserker near you, no matter what. The fog flickers. Freedom boys. From the morning fog, as if a black darkness is seeping out, the mad warrior appears along with a white girl. I'm surprised. I thought you'd keep on running to the very last second. Or have you given up already, Anya-chan? There's about 40 meters between us and Ilya. We're facing each other on opposite ends of the clearing. Oh, so Saber's recovered. I see. That's why you stopped running. That's disappointing. It's cute that you think you can win just because of that, but... I'm sorry, Shiro. You're gonna die here. Her laughter echoes through the forest. Does it irritate her? Saber standing beside me is so worked up that she could attack at any moment. Geez, this is boring since you've gotten so quiet. Are you scared of dying? That's a waste. If you beg for your lives now, I might consider forgiving you. Jessica must have finished climbing the tree. If she's going to place herself, it'll be near the center of the clearing. Nobody would notice if she was right there, where the branches are overlapping, and they should be strong enough to support her as well. I see. So that's how you're acting. I guess there's no more point in talking. I'll kill you two, and Rin. Hold on. Where is she, Shiro? I guess that's what you'd expect from Berserker's master. She has a complete understanding. She has a complete understanding of what can be overlooked and what can't be. Hold on. Voice crack means I have to take some water. Ah, that's good water. Anyway. Tosaka isn't here. She left us behind a long time ago. You guys went your separate ways? Oh yeah, you two would be just a bird on her. She should be able to run away faster by herself. That's right. Knowing her, she should be out of the forest by now. You won't make it even if you go after her now. Is that so? This forest is Ainsburn Boundary Field. I can tell who enters and who leaves. No one has left the forest since then. Rin is still in the forest, so I can look for her later. Thank God. If Ilya can only sense the boundaries of the forest, she doesn't know about Tosaka yet. Actually, she completely believed what I said. Ilya is certainly a cold-hearted master, but still, can't that cold-heartedness be recovered? Ilya, I'll ask one more time before we fight. Won't you stop being a master and stop this battle? I can't. It's my grandfather's command. As long as I have Berserker, I'm the master of Ainsburn. I have to kill other masters and bring back the Holy Grail. And besides, I'm the one that should be asking you. I'm the head of Ainsburn, so I won't repeat my words, but I can still listen if you're going to give me a different reply. She has a little hope in her voice, but as long as Saber is beside me, I can't nod to her words. My answer won't change. I'm Saber's master. If you won't stop being a master, I'll defeat Berserker and make you quit. I declare so while looking at Ilya and Berserker. In that instant, the air in the clearing freezes. I see. Then I really will kill you. I'll disintegrate you and your conceited thoughts, Shiro! Oh, that's right. What? What's that? A pattern is appearing on her face. No, not just the face. That thing's all over her body. It's a huge command seal, incomparable to the ones we have. No more playing around. Go mad, Heracles. A dead voice. As if to answer it, the giant behind her roars. Black scrawl. A scream that shakes the earth. The giant screams as if going insane, and its every ability increases as it deforms and swells. It can't be. You're just taking his reasoning away? You have not been using his Berserker's ability. Oh, it can't be. You're just taking his reasoning away? You're just now taking his reasoning away? You have not been using his Berserker abilities all these times? It's only natural for Saber to feel a shudder. Even I, unable to tell how strong a warrior is, can sense that it is not to be messed with. Go! Kill anything that nears you! Berserker! It's an explosive roar. It roars out, not even a howl now, and the giant jumps in. Saber! A silver light dashes forward in reply. I choose you. Berserker lands in the center of the clearing. A huge body descends, and Saber runs straight for its landing point. The ground trembles. As if stopping a meteor, Saber attacks Berserker. It is the return of legends. In this forest filled with the morning mist, the two shadows clash without ceasing. Berserker is just overwhelming. If his horizontal blow is a whirlwind, his descending blow is a waterfall. If Saber takes such an attack, it'll prove fatal, even for her. Saber repels such attacks straight on without faltering. Against storm-like blows, she deflects them all with her might. If she doesn't, she'll be slashed in half along with her sword. The infinite blows that continue on without pause are in fact a blow diverted with all her might. The continuous sound of clashing. Their ranges are different. Their speeds are different. Their strengths remaining are too different. The only thing possible for Saber is to smash her sword into the unavoidable attack and stop it from slashing her, by offsetting it with her own. To speak metaphorically, Saber is like a broken rock drill. The blade spinning in all directions will mercilessly destroy all that approach. If one reaches out even a little, that's it. One would get entangled in the blade and be shredded to pieces, unable to even run away. A normal human can't go up against such a thing. If approaching it is fatal, you can only run away. But Saber places herself within the blades and does not retreat. She will not be cut down bit by bit. So she will be cut down bit by bit. The sword makes sparks, and it's only natural for her armor to splinter bit by bit. She is constantly putting herself in fatal situations. I just hold my breath. In ancient times, the heroes that went up against dragons must all have been like her. They know well enough that their strengths are different. But still, they bet on the chance of a lifetime, of great violence surpassing human. They defend until the only opening appears, and many warriors died when no such miracle occurred. Their fight is just that, a dazzling battle that makes my eyes go away, but it takes my eyes away, but it has only one end prepared, with it being Saber's defeat, as she is heard more by the second. The roar shakes the ground. Berserker's whirlwind cuts through the wind and flings back the defending Saber. Saber's armor chips away with every blow, and she hits the ground. She charges bravely at Berserker without falling to her knees. But she's already at her limits. Saber's breathing wildly, and her movements are slowing down, even to my eyes. She's not even trying to create an opening in Berserker. Saber will be splashed by him in a few more blows. And my clenched fist is a bow. Shit, I don't know. I guess I'll provide backup. Instant Saber's flung away. I fire a Berserker. This won't hurt him, but it should at least take his attention off Saber. What? The arrow that hits Berserker's temple does nothing. I can't even get his attention. The giant does not block. Nah, he doesn't even care about my attack. That's right, Berserker. Forget about Shiro. We can work on him after we kill Saber. Ilya's laugh echoes through the forest. Damn it! I can't do anything. Saber's about to collapse in front of me and I can't do anything. I'm too weak. I can't hurt Berserker no matter what I do. All I'm doing is distracting Saber. A strong blow. Saber, repelling that attack, has her feet driven into the ground up to her ankles. The blows are heavy and fast. The axe sword flying above Saber's head comes down. The sword shaves off some of her armor as she flings herself away and breaks the ground. I feel like I'll grind my teeth down. Am I unable to do anything after all? I can't protect Saber nor fight alongside her. There's nothing I can do. All I can do is...
In that case, at least imagine it. After all, it's the only thing you can do.
Like I said so.
You do not need outside enemies. For you, the only one you need to fight is none other than your own image.
That's right. What was he saying? It wasn't his usual harassment. Those words held an importance that I need to understand right now. No, saying that. Weren't all of his words a warning that I shouldn't have ignored? Saber's body flung away. She didn't jump to get away. She took a blow. That storm-like blow landed right at her side. Saber totters. Concentrating strength into her numb fingers, she faces Berserker again, coughing violently. The giant will not miss the opening Saber has finally shown. Don't. My voice won't reach them. It's useless for me to say anything, and it's useless for me to have a bow mimicking archers. Do I still not understand? What I can do? What I should be doing? That's right. What do I need to do in order to save Saber? A bow won't do. Even a lance won't be able to pierce him, and that doesn't mean I shouldn't have the same weapon as the enemy. That giant. To defeat that mountain, I'll need a sword. A sharp and gorgeous sword of the king that'll defeat the enemy in one blow. Like that golden sword, so suited to her I saw in my dreams. My head hurts. Bearing my nausea, I still stare at Saber. But ironically, I feel like I'm going crazier the more I stare at her about to collapse. Saber and Berserker's movements seem to be in slow motion. Many switches are arranged in a row. Coughing, Saber bends her body in pain for an instant. Berserker smashes down his axe sword with all his might. As if making a line, the firing hammers move into position, one by one. It seems like knocking down dominoes. The triggers are pulled all at once. Saber! Berserker's blow smashes Saber away. It's fatal. Saber's body is split through the waist and her pieces are thrown into the air. No, that's not right. The only thing flung into the air is Saber's armor. Berserker only smashed Saber's armor. Saber created an opening to make Berserker take a large swing, and Saber charges in at top speed using all the energy she has left. A black howl surges out, but he can't retreat from Saber, who's right in front of him. She places both hands on her sword and slashes at Berserker with all her might. Can't believe it. The giant that seemed to be rooted to the ground is smashed back a few meters by Saber's blow. And then... Get back! Saber! The true final attack is executed instantly. Oh. Get back, Saber! She intends to fire from them as close as possible. Tosaka jumps down from the branch high above and throws her jewels as she descends. Exciting! Still shit. Shift. Yes, done. You know I can't do those magic. A rain of ice rolls down. In it, 3 giant icicles shaped like spears have enough magical energy concentrated to blow away a whole mansion. No! Dodge it, Berserker! Ilya, who was only watching until now, screams. She must have realized how dangerous that attack is, but it's too late. The spear of ice isn't just falling. As it's fired, it's accelerating to skewer Berserker. There's no way he would be able to dodge it. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. A shotgun of ice, perfectly coordinated with Saber's desperate attack. It has more than enough magical energy in it to be able to kill Berserker. But... he swings his axe sword through the air. Even as he's pushed back by Saber, he destroys 3 blocks of ice with his quickly readied axe sword. Splashes of blood,
Perhaps because he swung with only one arm, the ice is not completely destroyed as it lacerates his arm. Not only that, the ice refreezes on the giant's arm and stops its movement completely. Still, he only got one of his arms. What? Saber raises her voice. It's only natural, because Berserker's other arm has grabbed Tosaka's body as she descended onto him. That's not good. Tosaka's face contorts in pain. With Berserker's power, it should be no problem to crush Tosaka. Tosaka! I run. I don't care if I'm only dragging her down. I don't care if I can't do anything. I won't let him crush Tosaka. Rin! Saber must not have any power left to stand, but she still lifts her body. Tosaka must be in pain as she reaches out with her face downcast. Just as I thought. She smiles and speaks boldly. Everyone gasps. Saber and I, even Berserker, must have frozen. She's horrible. She knew this was going to happen, yet never told us about it. Berserker puts power into his grip, but it's a second too late. Got you. Bullets of light are fired. 4 jewels are used. The rapid fire from perfect point-blank range kills the Black Mad Warrior for sure this time. No. It has splendidly, perfectly blown away his life. Did Berserker's head get blown off? Blood splatters over me, and I'm at least 10 meters away. Is this spinal fluid? I can't be too happy about it when there are things other than blood mixed in it. But I'm sure it wasn't overkill. He was a monster. I bet Tosaka would have been crushed if she didn't blow off his head in a single blow. Whew, okay. I slow my running steps. Tosaka is still held by Berserker, but the battle is over. Berserker's face is still covered in white smoke. And the smoldering sounds, it must have been a huge explosion. No way. I hear Tosaka's voice. She's looking into the white smoke, dumbfounded. Hold on. Is it just my imagination? Berserker's fingers holding Tosaka are digging deeper into her? Tosaka's just staring at the white smoke. But it doesn't last long. The large cloud of white smoke fades away. In it is Berserker's face, though it was certainly blown away. Oh! Tosaka's at a loss for words, cowed by the demonic stare. Laughter echoes through the clearing. The silver master controlling Berserker from the edge of the clearing is laughing. I have a better opinion of you now, Rin. For you to kill Berserker even once. But it's too bad. Berserker won't disappear just from that, because he has a body that won't die unless he's killed 12 times. Killed 12 times? She must have figured out something important from Ilya's words. Tosaka's eyes are strained in faint regret. I see. I should have thought that as soon as I learned his true name. Heracles should have the bow of Hydra, but I only carried a rock. This is a noble phantasm and something like that. The symbol of the hero Heracles is... Yes, his body itself is his noble phantasm. You should know, too, about Heracles' 12 labors. The Greek hero Heracles overcame 12 tasks to atone for his sins and became immortal as a reward. You know what that means, right? A stock of lives. Multiple layers of resurrection magic, huh? Yes, so he can't die easily. He lives through deaths equaling the number of labors he overcame. The curse of immortality. That's Berserker's noble phantasm. God Hand. Do you get it? Berserker died from the attack right now, but he still has 5 more lives. Too bad, Rin. Berserker would have disappeared if you'd used 5 times the jewels you just used. Can't hear Ilya too well. I see Saber run up to Berserker out of the corner of my eye. Please run, Rin! Saber dashes to her. Tosaka tries to tear off Berserker's fingers, but they won't even budge. Then... It's fine, Berserker.
You can crush her. The burning eyes glare at Tosaka. Tosaka screams. The giant's fingers dig in as if to scoop out Tosaka's guts. What lies ahead is the inescapable figure of her, miserably crushed. I run. I forget who I'm against or where I am. My mind is already burned up. Stop! Saber slashes at Berserker. The invisible sword swung at Berserker's defensive arm as if chopping a vegetable. But has no effect. The sword bounces back. Not only does it not hurt Berserker's arm, but doesn't even loosen her Berserker's grip on Tosaka. It must be painful for her even to move. Saber swings her sword desperately as blood spills from her mouth. What? Shiro? Her face freezes as she sees me run up to Berserker. Let her go, you bastard! I smack my bow against his back. The giant does not budge. He must think nothing of me at all. My fingers are numb. What kind of a body does he have? I, the one doing the hitting, have my hands go numb. Please run, Shiro! Huh? I raise my face at Saber's voice. In that instant, my body flies through the air like a leaf. Ah! I drop like a piece of trash. Berserker's hands smack me with that frozen sword. The bow I instantly blocked with is easily smashed, and I've thrown so far. Yeah! I writhe in pain. The breaking sound was not from the bow. One of my arms is bent like a spider's. Breathing hurts so much that I want to smash my lungs up. I can't breathe right from the blood coming up my throat, but it doesn't matter. Breathing will just make me pass out. I shouldn't be breathing right now. Get up. Right now, I have to. I run. It's my turn this time. I'll break his arm and save Tosaka. I must have eyes on the back of his head as he swings his sword as if flinging away a bug. I can dodge it. It won't be hit by something swung with a frozen arm. Damn. My body is sinking. I must have scraped my leg. Damn it. Don't break my leg when you haven't even hit it. No way. That is enough. Please get away, Master. I can't do that. I won't let Tosaka die. What do I need to do to save her? A weapon. A blade would be good. At my feet are the remains of the destroyed bow. Above me, Berserker's sword coming down. I pick up a broken piece. Descending sword. There's no time to think. I channel my magical energy into it. I easily succeed at strengthening it, but the sword comes down. The broken piece is totally smashed this time. My body, that should have dodged the blow, collapses. There's no meaning in strengthening such a broken piece. If I'm to do it again, I have to do it from the very beginning. Nothing should be impossible. If there's a model, anyone can imitate it. So I have to repeat the foundation, composition, work, experience, time, and... The giant turns. He must have decided to kill this annoying nuisance before Tosaka. Raising my body, I glare at the giant. I have no fear. My mind is already burned up. But behind me, prepared even for her own elimination, Saber's determined to use her holy sword. Don't. The wind unravels. I start to see the golden sword in Saber's hands. The one that must not be used. The sword I told her not to use under any circumstances. I snap. It makes the last rope holding me snap. Don't use it, Saber! My left hand is burning. One of the command spells disappears. Why? This is the only way now, Shira. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. All I know is that you'll disappear if you use that. I won't allow that. And I can't forgive myself for not being able to let her use her sword freely. Or
for not being able to save Tosaka myself. Saber falls to her knees. Just releasing the sword gets her like that. You can't use that sword in your condition. So wait. If you can't use that sword, I'll make one that you can use. If there is an opponent you cannot match in real life, beat it in your imagination. If you cannot beat it yourself, imagine something that you could beat it with. With that said, it's obvious. It's the only thing I can do. So make it. Make something that will not lose to anything. Always imagine the strongest. Imagine the best imitation that will deceive everybody, even yourself. It is not difficult at all. It is not impossible. From the beginning, this body was a magic circuit specialized for this purpose alone. I spring up. My whole body's burning and my left hand feels like it's on fire. What? That sword is my... Saber's voice is filled with blank amazement. She's staring at what I'm holding, which should not exist here. Does the sword have a will of its own? The golden sword does not stop, and, as if pulled towards it, slashes through the giant's arm. Tosaka falls with the arm as I was grabbing her, and the sword that cut through its arm shatters like glass. All the blood in me regurgitates, but there's no problem there. The sword broke. That is impossible. If I imitated that sword, it can't be broken. It broke because it was not sufficient. My image of it fell short of the real thing. His eyes stare at me. The giant sword is swung to really kill me this time. I don't care about that. He is not my opponent. For Emiyashiro, there was only one opponent. The sword just now wasn't perfect. The unbreakable sword broke because there was a flaw in the assumptions. I'm to duplicate it, and can only duplicate its shape. I cannot only duplicate its shape. I must also reproduce the maker. I hear a gasp. In front of me is the axe sword swung like a storm, and a defending sword that is being made. I don't know if I'm desperate, but I'm blocking the attack with the sword in my hand. That's none of my business. What I need to do now is make this real. That is a mistake as well. Emiyashiro is not made for fighting. Your fight is a mental fight, a fight within yourself. I know that without being told. What I must do is simple. Projection. Start. I concentrate. I am challenging myself. No deviation or compromise is allowed. Judging the concept of creation, hypothesizing the basic structure, duplicating the composition material, imitating the skill of its making, sympathizing with the experience of its growth, reproducing the accumulated years, excelling every manufacturing process. Now I bind the illusion and make it a sword. The giant howls. The sword blocks the numerous blows, smashing madly. But this is it. I'm tossed away. As soon as my consciousness returns, the sword must have left everything in my hands. I'm easily thrown away by the attack I was easily blocking until now. The senses in my arms are already gone. My wrist is about to rip off. I can see the red meat. My legs won't move. All my muscles must have stopped working. I can't stand up. I made the sword that suppresses Berserker. But that's all. I am only a maker. I cannot handle the sword. A shadow engulfs me. He must know who he needs to kill first now. Berserker pursues him like wind and swings the sword. But his sword is deflected. As I stand there in blank amazement, I notice another hand over my hand. The air shakes violently. The giant launches an attack with all his might to destroy everything. But just before that, Shiro, your hand! I hear her voice closer than anything. Drah! If Berserker attacked me like a gust, Saber must have rushed to me like a gale. Having rushed to me, Saber turns around and the sword of rock breaks. A flash of the golden sword smashes the giant's axe sword, slashes into its hard body, and if the shape is similar, the ability must be similar as well. The golden sword, digging deep into Berserker, engulfs the giant's body from the inside. But that's only for an instant. The light disappears, and silence returns to the forest. Strength departs from my body. The body that was so hot starts to cool down. The sword is disappearing from the tip. I watch it absentmindedly. We stand next to each other, holding the same sword until it disappears completely. Wind blows through the forest clearing. Neither the howling that shook the ground, nor the blows that cut the air remain now. So that is your sword, Saber. The undefeatable giant becomes motionless, and says so in a deep voice, gazing at the knight that defeated him. This is Caliber, the sword from the stone of selection. My sword... Oh, shit. This is Caliber, the sword of the stone... The sword from the stone of selection. My sword that was forever lost. But... That was not your sword. It was only an illusion made by this man. Saber nods quietly. It was an imitation after all. Just a sword that will never exist again. But still... Berserker's chest splits open, slowly, when the wound made by that light crumbles away like sand. That illusion cannot be underestimated. I did not expect it to destroy my body self. A single blow. He puts no emotion into his dying words. The mad warrior follows his role until the very end, and his existence disperses, fading into the air. I feel dizzy. It must be the cost of using excessive magic. My blood that ran wild is crushing my brain with too much oxygen. And on top of that, I have a headache like my head is splitting open. It's because the enemy has disappeared, and the thing numbing my pain has disappeared. The dizziness and the headache come at me as if to make up for what has accumulated. Shiro? Saber supports my collapsing body, but she can't have energy to spare to care for me. No, I'm fine. My bones are broken here and there, but it's not fatal. The healing thing is working, so I should be fine. What are you saying? You use projection magic of that level, so you must rest right now. No, but there's someone I have to talk to first. Elias fail? Saber prepares herself. Ilia is staring at the place where Berserker used to be with empty eyes. Good. I do not know your intentions, but we do not wish to do trouble. Fuck. We would not wish the trouble of chasing you, except your... No, Saber, don't hurt Ilia. Since Berserker's gone, she's... I stop Saber with my remaining strength. She must not realize we're here. Staring at the ground, Ilia murmurs. Wait, did you die, Berserker? She sounds like an abandoned child. Ilia. I restrain Saber with my hand and quietly call out to her. She must have noticed me from that. She slightly raises her head and... Suddenly, falls to the ground like a doll being switched off. What? I don't know what's going on. I just stare at the girl on the ground. As if to replace her, Tosaka gets up. Oh. Berserker's hand has disappeared, and it seems she's finally free. You know, I'm gonna let that rock. I must have relaxed seeing Tosaka safely. I feel like I'm about to faint, but I can't whine like that. Even though we defeated Berserker, we're still in the forest. We have to push our wounded bodies and get out of the forest now. I look up at the dawning sky. The town is far away, and I cannot find uninjured allies, nor any place in my own body that's not hurt. But still, made it to the morning. The night I was prepared not to live through. After driving off the greatest enemy, we leave the winter forest. And the day changes. But, because it's been an hour, and as it is, the day changed. Keeping to tradition, that's all we got for today, guys. Sorry if you wanted a little bit more, or maybe if you missed this thing, but There's always the VOD. And now that I have where is it? Return top, there it is. Blind. Alright. I'm somewhat starting to get back into the swing of uploading the VODs to YouTube a little bit more. If, for whatever reason, you don't like watching the Twitch VOD, there's always the YouTube VODs. I swear I plan on uploading the Fire Emblem VOD to YouTube. There's a very specific and stupid reason that I'm not doing that yet, and it's kind of bugging me. But also at the same time, I think I want to start doing the extra games again. At the very least, I want to do Pizza Tower again, because like I've been jonesing for some Pizza Tower lately, but like I haven't. Just playing it without recording would feel weird, because like I've already started it with you guys. It'd be feel weird to like do it without you. I mean, I guess I can, but like I don't know. Anyway, if I can find the time, the stuff to do it, then maybe Pizza Tower will start up again. I don't want to like leave it forever. I definitely want to get back to it. I just wasn't the right time. But hopefully we'll continue it on. But yeah, that's it for right now, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know. Once I put this onto the YouTube, let me down, put comments down in the, yeah, Anyways, have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time.